Hi everyone, Adele here from Epic Life 101. As you know, we are all about helping entrepreneurs to have epic businesses that give them epic lives and have epic impact in the world. Why? Because business impacts lives. At the end of the day, it impacts your life, it impacts your staff, your clients, your suppliers, and the community around you. Today, we are talking about marketing and sales. And one of the biggest things that I find with entrepreneurs is that they don't know their strike ratios in order to predict the number of deals they're going to have in the month. So you say to me, Adele, I don't think that's even possible because how do we know? In my experience working in my own business, as well as with so many other entrepreneurs and businesses in the 21 years of doing business, I can tell you now that it's more predictable than what you think. What you need to do is to understand your sales process, develop a sales funnel, and based on that, you'll be able to have a higher success ratio when it comes to the number of sales that you do and have within a month. So, what you need to do is you need to look at your sales process. What is your sales process? Maybe yours is as simple as you network and you create contacts within your market. You then have meetings with people. You then present a proposal and then you conclude the deal. So maybe yours is a simple process like that. Maybe if you're in a more technical environment or an environment that requires more engagement with customers, yours might be more complicated. But if you can predict the number of sales you need, you can then look at what activities need to take place to result in that. What that means is that if you need a certain number of sales, we need to be able to work up that sales process, and you do this by knowing your strike ratios to create the right amount of activity to result in the sales you need. Okay, so that was an absolute mouthful. Let me give you a practical example of how this works. If you look at your sales process, my example was a 4-step process: network, meet, proposal, close the deal, sale, right? So that's the 4-step process I'm going to work with. So if you understand your process, you need to look back on the past and say, well, what is the strike ratio that I've had at each point in order to result in the sales that I need, or the one sale, so I can predict the future. Let me give you an example. If you know that you have my 4-step process in order to close the deal, and you have meetings which come after networking, so networking, meetings, proposal, and then sale. If you look at your past and you look at your strike ratios at each of those steps, you can predict how many new people you need to meet with, how many meetings you need to have, the proposal number you need in order to translate into the sale number that you need. So let's look at a very, very simple example. If I need one deal a month in order to meet my expenses and provide the revenue that we need to in our business, one sale, but the strike ratio proposal to sale is 1 to 2. So for every sale, I need to have 2 proposals out there. Based on your past, you know that you need 2 proposals out there to translate into one deal. So that means every month you need to be putting out 2 proposals. Then we move up one. Well, how many meetings does it take in order to get the 2 proposals out? Oh, I generally have 2 meetings before I can put a proposal out. So that means that if I need 2 proposals out, I need to multiply that by 2 to give me the number of meetings I need to have. So I need to have 4 meetings in a month in order to translate into 2 proposals to translate into one sale. Well, then how many new people do I need to meet in order to present 2 proposals and have 4 meetings? Well, my strike ratio is 1 to 2. I'm just using simple examples. So I need to have 8 new contacts in order to have 4 new appointments, in order to have 2 proposals out per month, which means I will get 1 deal. So this is all based on you understanding the past strike ratios and then using that to predict the future. All you do is plot your process, look at the past and say, right, how many of those that I need to get those? How many of those that I need to have that? How many of those that I need to have that? Once you've got those strike ratios, then work out how many sales you need on average, and then work the figures backwards simply by multiplying them by your strike ratio at each step. I hope this has been incredibly helpful, but Here's the deal. You need to be spending the right time with doing the right things in order to achieve the right number of sales. If you don't do the right things, you're not going to have the right number of sales.